Plus, with that guy, I wouldn't mess with you even. So, you mind
Hey guys.
taking a picture with you guys?
No, not at all. Hey guys, hold on. Photo op.
Photo op. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you do? What social media do you do?
Well, we had AZ Patriots and then they took us down.
Off of Facebook?
Yeah, just the other night. Yep.
So I was here yesterday.
So we're on Twitter.
You yesterday.
Twitter and YouTube only. YouTube won't let us stream yet.
What about Rumble or something?
No.
What's the best one to go to?
I have no idea.
You all need to go to one.
I know. Yeah. I know. The thing is, preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir. Yeah.
Today.
Hey guys, we're still going strong here at the elections office. Crowd's thinned out a little bit, but the beautiful thing about this, guys, is that they come and go, right? So it's a all day, all night thing.
See ya.
And you know, come and stay as long as you like. So we're at it here.
Where should I put this one? Is there any new news about?
Wherever you can get it on the thing.
Were you yesterday on a bullhorn at the corner? Over
Yeah.
there? Okay, that was
Denise just got up there in the microphone.
Who?
Denise, my wife.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
Aw.
I might.
Hey.
I need to fix that because it's annoying.
What? Oh, his thing? Yeah, strap. So guys, there's about maybe 100 people here today. But again, like they come and go. And you know, come down, stay as long as you want. We are occupying this area until how's it going, brother? Get you some tactical tactical fur.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
How's that treating you?
Tired, but last night was the first night's sleep I got in like 3 days, so
Thanks for being here.
I need to sleep.
They need you on that mic over there, sister.
I know, I'm gonna get up there right now.
You need to experience that discomfort.
So we're gonna get my boyfriend now. Boys!
Until we can find it within ourselves to experience that discomfort, but we know that we're headed for.
Why couldn't you come up there and talk,
I'm
Jen?
going right now. Go put it up there, bro. What?
Put me on camera.
Shut up.
You know that they will not come.
She's the other girl in the
Faith in
video.
God.
Did you speak?
Yeah, I did. You missed her.
Just got
One
here.
of us as Patriots, take this
Me?
fire that we feel within us.
First 5 people here's our friends from Arizona Patriots, and you weren't even out here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to sleep. Sorry.
Why aren't they here? They know they
Hi.
got cheated.
Yeah. Hi. Tell us your name.
Mary.
Mary, how do they find you?
Facebook.
Facebook. Mary what? You know how many Marys there probably are?
Mary Ishtar Gabriel.
Yeah, if you can spell it, then you deserve to find her.
Oh my God, you have to talk.
I'm going to talk right now. Okay, I'm going to speak right now.
She's gonna kill it right now. She's gonna get the crowd
I'm
going.
so proud of everybody. So proud of Mary.
So proud of you. You did all of this. Come on, you did all
It's
of this.
in all of us, though. I think people just needed the courage to go for it.
Any state you guys are in, it doesn't matter where we are, what states we're from. Get out and support our president. He fights for us every minute of every day. It's our turn to show him we're not going to give up because we want him to keep fighting, and we want him to know that we love him.
Thank you.
We appreciate him
Our
too.
president is much smarter
Fight.
than
Yes, I got it in me today. I got sleep. I got food. Yeah.
Oh my
A
God.
video of us talking to her when she had missed the ballot Sharpie markers. How can I get a raw copy of that so I don't have to go through TikTok to find it? Because you guys are
I have it. I'll send you the link.
that he did the other day.
All right, so let's
Because
see.
we all know why Joe Biden is rushing to falsely pose and why his media allies are trying so hard to help him. They don't want the truth exposed. The simple fact is this election is far from over. Joe Biden has not been certified as the winner of any states, let alone any of the highly contested states headed for mandatory recounts or states where our campaign has valid and legitimate legal challenges that could determine the ultimate victory. We're praying, Lord. In Pennsylvania, for example, our legal observers were not permitted meaningful access to watch the counting process. Legal votes decide who is president, not the news media. The mainstream, fake, phony news does not determine who the president of the United States of America
great.
Come up here because I'm gonna say something real quick while I have a voice.
On Wikipedia.
Do what?
Is that sad?
What happened?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Her name's Jennifer.
Yes.
My friend Milk Mom says hello.
Hi.
There you go. She just told me to come up and say.
Hello. Where are you? You should be here.
I know, for real.
Babe.
This is the only way to ensure the public has full confidence in our election.
Thank you, boys.
It remains shocking that the Biden campaign refuses to agree with this basic principle and wants ballots counted. They are fraudulent, manufactured, or cast by ineligible or deceased voters. Only a party engaged in wrongdoing would unlawfully keep
Are you the MC
observers
here?
out of the courtroom
I wanna go
and
next.
then fight in court to block their access. So what is Biden hiding?
So a little bit before you got here, we had a line. We told
Exactly, the laptop matters. Hunter's laptop matters.
So I think
Fake news.
A
Why
line?
don't you investigate
Yeah.
the laptop, the
I think
corruption
we
in
have-
China,
we
all
have
the
one
other
more
stuff
person,
going on?
and that's it.
I also want to say
Tell me
thank
when
you, law enforcement. We defend the police. So the precious women in blue and brown serving us today.
Love
all
it.
week. Thank
Proud of
for
you
keeping
girls.
us safe.
Proud of you, girl. MAGA babe. I love your hat.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
cute.
law enforcement. I would also like to
See them up in the corner?
Oh.
On the roof.
No. Where?
Up there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Scoping.
Come with a sniper?
Is that what they are? Snipers?
I'm disappointed. I guess they're not even here counting today, they said.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
people have been coming out of the building. But
That's okay.
so if they're not counting, then nobody should be allowed inside that building at all.
Right.
Because who knows what the hell anybody's in there doing. Right?
Thank you guys. Keep up the fight for liberty.
Hold this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jay Wynn.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about how just the year we've had and the shit the extremes they've gone to get me out of the picture.
Oh yeah.
But without touching on the case, without touching on the case.
Slide angles hitting the gimbal.
But touching on the case, you know?
Catching it. I gotta fix it. You want me to talk about it?
No.
You talk about it.
No, I'm gonna get on the mic.
Oh, up there. Yeah. Do it.
I live in a communist country, which is Vietnam.
Go get that. Here.
Come on. About the world communist, but you never had experienced what a communist like.
On the
It's
clip.
worse than COVID-19. It's worse than any kind of virus. And you know what? There are a lot of Vietnamese are living in this country. We are citizens of this country. And at this moment right now, there are more than 85% of Vietnamese people voting for Republican, voting for Trump. And how the hell did we lose the election? The Democrats, they steal the vote, they steal the election. There's no way that they would win this election. The North Vietnam, they were taking over South Vietnam in 1975.
Boss.
And what happened to people? They come over to South Vietnam and they take the people outside their house, put them all in the jungle. Okay? They don't give a shit how they're gonna live in the jungle, and there's people die everywhere in Vietnam. And what happened? People who ever lucky to live still live in South Vietnam, you know what kind of food they eat every day? They eat sweet potato. That is the only kind of food they eat every day. Do you understand that? And if you ever we don't have freedom of speech. If you guys stand in the crowd like this and say anything against them, they're going to be people follow you to your house. And what they're going to do, they're going to come to your house at night with a van, and they're going to take your people out of your house, and they take you to somewhere, and people will never see you again. That's what the communists do. And we don't allow socialism and communists in this country. No! Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was amazing. I'm going to introduce the speaker. I don't think she needs an introduction. So here's Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer!
Hey guys, if you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be shopping for tactical gear instead of stilettos, right? I think you're nuts. But like he was saying, communism, the big word that nobody wants to talk about or admit to. right? And they think we're wearing tinfoil hats when we talk about the commies, but I'll let you know a little bit about my experience the last few years, which has been just to really expose what's been going on in Arizona. And it started out myself and a couple of friends going around town, waving some Trump flags, right? Just poking fun at the left and filming their reaction. Well, their reaction was violence, assaults, and terror, really. So it didn't take much to expose them. They exposed themselves. All you had to do was show up and film. And there you're going to see the true hate groups. The true hate, right? But because I'm a loudmouth, fearless woman who never backed down, they didn't know what to do with that, right? So they called me a white supremacist, and then I showed up, being the only white person in my group, right? Okay, that didn't work. Now I'm armed. I carry a firearm, so I'm an extremist. So now I'm a white supremacist extremist, and I say things that they don't want to hear, right? They don't like the opposition. They don't want to be challenged in their position. So you show up and you keep saying it, right? And you keep asking these questions and they don't like it. So you're harassing them now. And you're intimidating them because you have a firearm. So now I'm a white supremacist, extremist, domestic terrorist. Okay, I'm just a mom and a concerned American just like you guys. And my final straw was watching, after the Trump rally of 2016, was watching elderly people try to walk to their cars after the Trump rally, getting bottles thrown at them, spat on, cursed out. Exactly. And I was like, you know what? Enough. Somebody has to stand up to this or it's going to continue. It's like a cancer. They're spreading and spreading and spreading, and they're going unopposed, unchallenged. So we didn't back down, and the media will write every hit piece about me that they could, thinking that it would humiliate me and embarrass me and shame me. But it didn't. I kept going, and those that knew me knew what I stood for, and it was freedom. And at the end of the day, it was about our freedoms that are slowly being chipped away. Slowly being chipped away. So they call you a bigot, and they call you an extremist and a Nazi and a terrorist and everything else, but they don't take the time to have a conversation with you. They see somebody waving an American flag, supporting their Second Amendment right to protect themselves and their family, and they label you. So we pushed back, and we didn't care. We kept going, and we were the ones that called out every politician, from the Arizona House of Representatives to the state Senate, all the way up to any candidate that came peddling their communism here in Arizona. We confronted them, face on, fearless. And so before this election, you guys saw, I'm sure many of you saw my horrendous mugshot, which, I don't have a criminal background. I've always lived a honest life. I ran a business with my family. I raised 2 children. And I love my country. And so, thank you. But I will always stand up for what is right. I will never be silent, and I will always have a voice. And that's what they feared. That's what they feared, was this. They didn't want me to bring you guys together to see what is going on in that building. So last year, with the help of my ex-husband, they made a plan of attack to try to take me out. And so they had me arrested on some phony baloney charges that my lawyer's like, Jennifer, shut up, stop talking. But I can't shut up, because when you're innocent and you haven't done anything wrong, you want to be able to scream it from the rooftops, right? And so I was going through an ugly divorce, and there was a lot of family accounts, and I made a reservation using one. And 2 days later, I have 2 liberal detectives show up at my house, put me in handcuffs, haul me to jail. And I did kick the trash can, though. That isn't printed, that is truth. I did kick the trash can. But so they had me arrested, guys. I never got charged with anything. And then a few weeks ago, here we are, a year later, there's a rumor going on about me in the Secretary of State's office, the Secretary of State of Arizona, a rumor that Jennifer Harrison from AZ Patriots was going to bring armed militias to the polling locations to suppress the vote. I'm like, what? Where do they come up with this shit from, right? The very next day I was charged with identity theft for that hotel reservation. I had to surrender my guns, guys. This pepper spray is the only weapon that the state of Arizona will allow me to carry. Okay, for being a patriot, I have no criminal background. I'm a threat to nobody. I was loud and I didn't shut up. 2 years ago, we volunteered in this building when it took 3 weeks to count votes, right? 3 weeks. You guys remember the McSally Cinema campaign? Garcia, Ducey, right? We lost. And myself and 3 other Patriots, guys, that's all that we had was 4 people. We volunteered to see what the hell is going on in here, right? And you know what they were doing? They were fixing ballots that were spoiled because of Sharpies and because they were torn to pieces. So my experience in this building, and it gives me chills thinking about it now, is that we observed fraud. We observed ballots that were torn up, ripped up, patched back together, scotch taped back together, guys, in a way that moved the voters' intended vote from the Republican to the Democrat. Okay, and they buddy you, Republican, Democrat, and you've got your buddy, and you've got to be able to look at this original ballot that the voter marked and had originally marked for Republican candidates. My buddy and I are now transferring this information to a new ballot that would now be tabulated. So as I'm looking through these, I'm like, why are there so many ripped up ballots? And I didn't even notice it at first until, like, I don't know, I was already a day into it, that it was moved. They were the marking, there were the arrows back then. We had to connect the arrow. They were moved down. They were taped in a way that moved it. So you changed the vote. You changed the vote on a new ballot. These people helping with us were like 110 years old. They could barely see. I have so much audio, video, evidence, pictures, everything. I was asking too many questions, guys. They threw me out. They had security come and get me and say, ma'am, we're going to ask you to leave. And I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And they're like, you just got to go. You got to go. You got to go. And I walked out of that building that night screaming. It was pitch dark. There was nobody out here. I was alone. And so I tried to give that information as far up the chain as I could, but nobody was listening. There was no spotlight shined on it. That's why I'm so proud. So proud of everybody that's been out here since the start to shed a light on what is going on in there. This office is run by a group of left-wing Marxists. They're kids. They're in their 20s, right? And they're in charge. They're in charge. They can say, you got to go. You ask too many questions, you have to leave. You know, I've been thrown out of better places than that. But let me just say that somebody has got to be accountable. Where's the accountability? We want to see our ballots. We want to see that our votes went to the people we voted for. And we want the truth. America deserves the truth, guys. America deserves the truth. We came out here Wednesday to get answers. Again, walked inside as a member of the press because whether they like it or not, our reach is bigger than theirs. People don't want to watch them anymore. They want to see the truth from people on the ground like us. So we do what we do. We take the attacks we take for you guys to bring you the truth. What is happening? And our pursuit of the truth has uncovered some pretty corrupt things, but we're not going to stop and we're going to grow. And that's why it's imperative that we keep this momentum going. We got to keep moving forward. We have to demand accountability or they're going to roll right over us like they did to me in 2018. Get out, goodbye, you're nothing, right? Not again. We said, Mr. Fontes, we return, but we brought some friends with us. And together we are more powerful than that team in there. We're more powerful than these commie Democrats that want to take Arizona and take America. So we're going to continue to fight, and that fight's going to come from all of us. So I hope, if nothing else, that I've inspired somebody, anybody, to say, no more. I'm not afraid, and I'm going to stand up, and I don't care who I offend, because when you stand on truth, you have nothing to fear. Thank you, guys. Thank you, girl. USA! 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 USA!
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick reminder. I know I've been saying this, but I'm going to keep saying it until I die. You guys, there's an affidavit table over there that is super important. If there's anything that you can do that's important, is to get the get the information out there of the fraud. So over there, you need to sign if you've seen something suspicious at the polls, if you personally, like maybe your vote was canceled, you looked it up and it disappeared, something, whatever it is, the Sharpie thing, if you're forced to use Sharpie, you guys need to make sure that you're speaking up, because that written signed affidavit that is a legal thing that can then go to the courts. If you're just sitting there complaining or you're just talking about it, it's not going to do anything. It needs to go to the right hand. So we're going to keep repeating it. It's over there. If you have a family member that's out of state or maybe can't make it to this or whatever, then tell them that and make sure, and they can probably give you the information on how to get an affidavit and take care of that, or wherever they are. But just make sure that you go and do that. That is where our voices count, is we need to get it to the right people. So go over there and keep voicing, keep fighting, and we are not going to give up. We are going to make sure that this election is lawful, legal, and I'm feeling like lovely Adele always says, that we are going to take it back, and Trump is going to go another 4 years. 4 more years! 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 Give me a hand. I mean, she's been waiting, and she's got a cane. This lady is a warrior right here.
Okay, I'm known to have a big mouth at home, but talking in front of people is not my thing. But I had neighbors growing up out here in Phoenix behind our fence, our back fence, and they were Holocaust survivors. And I guess that's where it all just kind of was real, when they lift up their, and they show you their tattoos that they were nothing more than stock.
Everybody's email address so I could be like.
And they told their stories, and they told how Tina survived.
Did you carry today?
Her sister, her father did not. And then, after they were liberated out of Auschwitz, she found her husband. He had also been in there and lost everything. And they ended up in America.
That's what you do.
And some kind of seed went off then, back then.
Jeremy,
I am a homeschool mom.
Just stand there with
detail for her.
I'm so proud to have one of them here today. I'm a grandma this year. And yesterday, my son-in-law and my daughter and the grandbaby was here. I'm doing this for him.
No, guys, sorry. I hate to break it to you trolls,
And
but
I know why Joe
Rachel Maddow doesn't determine the election.
shut down Arizona.
Hey, all you trolls, especially you, Steve. Go F yourself. You're nothing but a punk.
So that they can shut
No,
down
that's all he's done. He's been commenting every 2 seconds. Because he got nothing better to do than troll somebody on Twitter.
Stop it, because we were ahead. We were one. We were
Maybe he
there.
wants to
We
come
had
out
the numbers ahead of us.
I'm gonna check out the outskirts.
Don't I accept no responsibility?
Watch, they're gonna print that too.
Everybody comments like every fucking
The media's gonna print that too. Harrison in tactical gear, although she can carry a firearm.
Right.
Huh?
Nothing says you can't be
Right.
dancing up there. But, you
Germs, give me some germs.
Some of that white, what do they call it? Super spread patriotic duty.
I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I saw my granddaughter talking
Yeah, she's got a cute little hat.
out there waving the flag pole.
That's awesome.
See your phone.
God, it's just young.
See where Jeremy is.
I didn't answer it.
They gotta be somewhere, dude.
I love to see the little ones out here. I love it. Were you the one that said?
Guess what? Everything's closed. All you have
I'm so excited
So,
to see my friend here.
when it comes to Monday, and please come back.
What?
Come back. Because all of them are going to go back to their little, whatever they do.
German Shepherd buddy.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this baby pup. Come to see the puppy, not you guys.
Oh, of course, he's a good
Hi,
one.
baby.
He's good with pictures. He loves them.
I want one so bad. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, yes. Babe, I want one. So jealous. He's a big paws. He likes big paws.
Mighty.
Yeah, look at those paws. How old is he?
He's 4 months.
Oh, is that a little GPS tracker thing on his collar? That's dope. Oh, where you going? Where you going? I rub your belly. I rub your belly. Oh my God, babe, I want one. All right, someone's got to help me up with all this tactical gear on. I cannot. Oh, you gotta be in shape to wear this shit.
You're gonna be
What is he, 30?
To wear this shit.
30 pounds of it, or?
Yeah.
You're not even
It ain't light.
Right.
No, she does.
What?
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Rear?
Yeah.
Oh. They're not the steel ones, though, are they?
Yeah, they're AR-500.
Really?
I know you can get an AR-500 kit. I'll see you when you get back, dude.
I can't carry anything though. It's the only thing I can carry right now until my case gets.
This is all AR-500 stuff.
Yeah, it's heavy, huh?
A little bit.
Wow.
My friend AJ's got
I
some
like
light
the
stuff.
AR-500 stuff. I was gonna get some other stuff, but then.
Wow.
What do we got? What do we got? I got lots of stuff. So, what if my stuff? Who's taking the affidavits?
All of us.
Okay, here, I'm gonna pass this off. Hold on, babe. Babe.
Max, pistols.
All right, wrap it
I'm
up.
not-
Okay, wrap it up. I'm
You
gonna
wrap
go
it up.
chat over
You
there.
can wrap it up and end it. She'll be back. She always gives it to me to wrap it up. I got nothing else to say. Except for that Steve guy who's a troll. Go fuck yourself. She hates when I cuss on live feeds like that. But